Wake up in the morning, he will feel an inexplicable fear, so he always sleeps with a gun. After waking up, I work out hard, but did these things. He still feels very anxious.
Good morning, sir.
This is what scares him: artificial intelligence. AI. This is 2035. AI has covered all aspects of human society. Cheap and easy to use, liberate productivity to the greatest extent, just like a smartphone. Robots have become an existence that humans cannot quit. Only he, as a veteran police detective, he always has an ominous premonition. He thinks there is something wrong with artificial intelligence, but since the robot, no iron case has a criminal record. Because in this world, before all robots were born, all in the initial program strictly implement the 3 basic principles. A robot may not harm humans, or doing things that hurt people. 2 robots must obey human orders, unless the order conflicts with Article 1. 3 The robot must self-destruct. The exception conflicts with the first policy. Under these behaviors, it's as ridiculous as saying that mobile phones can bite people. As a result, the worse he got in the police station, the worse he got. Everyone around him thinks there's something wrong with him. Colleagues laughed at him. Senior suspension. Even his wife left him. He always believed, this world is not normal. Not he. Just what's wrong with that? Just the day before the 5th generation robot went online, something strange happened. Derivative case of a head office that produces robots. The deceased was an old acquaintance of the police detective, Dr. Lanning, the scientist who is also the father of robots. He created robots, changed the world, achieved success, world famous, peak of life. However, he fell to his death from a research laboratory more than 10 stories high. Because at the time of the incident, the door to the research room is locked from the inside. Rule out the possibility that he was killed. The case was therefore deemed a suicide. Next to the scientist's body, there's a holographic projector with the biggest drop. Inside are conversations specially recorded by scientists, as if he wanted to tell the detective some last words. But no matter how he asks, the projection only replies, "I'm sorry. My responses are limited. I must ask the right questions. Can't think of the right question." The police detective had to investigate the case first. He just went upstairs. The downstairs has been cleaned up. Employees come and go at work. You can't see the blood all over the place just now. I just want to own whose death. Nothing can stop the operation of machine capital. Under the torso of a female scientist, police detectives enter large companies to search for evidence. The first thing he investigated was surveillance. All confusion about the company are equipped with the site's all-important monitoring system. All image data will be gathered into the company's super smart brain, Wiki Super Artificial Intelligence Wiki. It is the proud work of the old scientist during his lifetime, algorithm superior, omniscient. But only when I asked about the old man's video before the accident. Wiki says data has been corrupted. Listen to female scientists. The old man had been living in the research and development room for a few months before his death. Don't go out or interact with anyone. The room is littered with debris. There are still unactivated robots hanging on the wall. Eerie. Look again at the window where he fell. It actually penetrated a huge hole. The police detective suddenly picked up his chair and smashed it against the glass. Wall glass cannot be broken. Even he can't break it. An old man with gray hair. How did you get knocked out again? Rule out homicide just because it's impossible for the murderer to get out from outside. But there is another possibility. Unless the killer's still in here. How to install an unactivated robot in the house. They are all 5th generation robots that are about to be put into society. Because it has a model that approximates the facial features of a human face. The uncanny valley effect is very strong. The so-called uncanny valley theory refers to when people see something that looks like themselves, if only a little bit like, people will like it. But if it becomes more and more like itself, people will understand it better. Until it becomes almost indistinguishable from humans. People will start to like it. These 5th generation robots growing up at the bottom of the uncanny valley, when you need to find the right product. The sleeping murderer. This thing sounds scary. This guy shows up for the first time. It seems that there is a sense of tension in people. In the past 4th generation robots, I've never felt this way before. Then he was surprised to see the gun, confronted with the detective. How does a female scientist give the shutdown command? He didn't comply. Fortunately, Feng is a ruthless killing machine. He takes care of a loving child. He didn't shoot the detective, but risked the detective's bullets. Jump out of the window.
而出，从数十米高，他直接。
exactly symbolizes the ground. The powerful fall shattered the floor. He didn't fall apart. When the detective chased him down, the robot has no outline. A line of mechanical fluid is left on the ground. It seems the only good news is that he's injured. Female scientist knows where he's going next. If self-healing is required, he will definitely go to the robot factory. Rush to the factory quickly. Detective Bay knew he couldn't stand it here, because this is a leisure industry, not a single employee. Machines produce independently day and night. Don't blame them for their numbers approaching that of the human population. Female doctor retrieves factory data. The inventory shows that there are currently 1,001 fifth-generation robots. However, the daily output of the factory is 1,000 units. It means there is more than one here. He plans to investigate a hacker. But the detective just left go down and ask all the robots not to move. Then pull out his outstretched gun.